Marcos Villegas here in Las Vegas, the Jojo Diaz. Jojo, bro, what's up, man? How's this week been for you? You're coming into a huge fight with Devin Haney. How are you doing mentally coming into this week?
Focused, man. Focused, determined. Like I said, this is my biggest fight of my life, and this is everything I ever dreamed of, to be fighting on such a big stage in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand. So I'm just absorbing everything, but, making sure that I'm taking care of business and making sure that I'm still focused and locked in, because at the end of the day, my main job is to just, perform at my best come Saturday night and take care of business.
You've challenged for a world title before. You've won a world title before. Is this the biggest moment of your career, or you wouldn't say that is?
I think this is the biggest moment in my career just for myself, because like I said, since I was 13 years old, I used to watch Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, Lennox Lewis, all these guys fight here in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand. So for me to actually, make that dream in my dream and make that an accomplishment for myself, man, it's truly amazing. It's a blessing from God. So I'm absorbing it, and I'm just appreciative, and I'm just thankful for being a part of it.
In your opinion, is this the hardest fight of your career? Do you see it as that?
I don't think it's the hardest fight of my career. I think I've already had a lot of tough fights in my career. I think it's just a matter of just adapting to my opponent and just, taking care of business. And once I adapt, coming in with the right game plan to execute and get them out of there.
How do you compare Devin to the other opponents that you've had in the past, do you feel?
He's defensive like Tevin Farmer. He's long. He's kind of long. Like he has the same reach as Tevin Farmer as well. So the same reach. I think the speed. He's not as fast as Gary Russell Jr., and I don't think he has the power like Javier Fortuna or Andrew Cancio. So, like I said, all these guys that I've faced in the past made me the fighter that I am today, and I'm ready for whatever Devin Haney brings. If he wants to try to be, elusive and try to utilize his jab, I'm going to be able to adapt and to overcome that and get on the inside and make sure that I land my blows that I need to be effective. But if he wants to, bang on the inside, I think that's the wrong thing as well, because I'm ready for that as well.
Drawing on your experience, I would imagine that you've seen everything that he has, or does he bring something that you haven't really seen yet in the ring?
Nah, man, because, I've seen a lot of people already try to do the pick and rolls. I've seen a lot of people try to do that uppercut roll, that right hand roll, the jab to the body, step back hook. It's all the same thing, man. It's just all basically what tall guys try to utilize and try to capitalize off the smaller dude. So it's just a matter of if he's going to be able to keep that pace and if he's going to be able to keep that off me, because I'm going to keep coming and I'm going to make sure that I'm getting my execution and my solid shots in.
You mentioned to me yesterday that your legs feel really strong coming into this fight. In terms of the pace of this fight, what type of pace do you want to impose on Devin Haney?
I'm gonna fill him out first. I'm gonna fill him out first and see what type of thing that he wants to do, what type of game plan he tries to offer. Because, like I said, man, it's always good to go back on tapes, but everybody has a different game plan going into the fight, and he might come in with a whole different game plan. So he might come in trying to, surprise me by trying to bang it out. So. You never know. You never know. I mean, he might try to do that. So if he just tries to do that, then I have to come with the different game plan and adjust. But I train for a high action-packed fight. I train for throwing at least 120 punches around. That's where I'm conditioned at. I've been sparring 14, 12, 13 rounds. So I'm ready to go the distance, and I'm ready to throw as many punches as possible to make sure that I win the fight.
What do you make of his ability to be able to take punches, take punishment, given the last fight that he had with Linares where he got caught?
I think he got caught flush with the flush shot, and he got hurt. And I think that if I catch him with a shot like that as well, I'm gonna hurt him too, and I'm gonna try to get him out of there. I'm not gonna just let him hug me. I'm gonna be throwing a lot of shots and force myself on him. But I'm also gonna be dictating the body and making sure that his body's getting broken down. I'm gonna break him down both physically and mentally the whole fight.
He's mentioned that he feels he's the #1 lightweight in the world, that he's a lot more skillful than the guys that have the belts. Do you see him as the best lightweight in the world, or do you feel that he's overselling himself and has been doing so throughout his career?
I mean, that's what everybody should be doing. That's what every fighter should be doing. It should be calling themselves the best, because if you don't call yourself the best, then why are you even competing? So, I mean, he's doing his job as a fighter, calling himself the best, because you have to have that confidence, because going inside that ring, it's a really, really dangerous sport where people could get hurt. So you have to have that confidence, because if you lack any type of self-confidence, you're already losing the fight.
When you look at the future, George Kambosos is going to be ringside scoping you and him out. He said that he would like to face the winner, but it really depends on the type of performance. Does that add extra motivation to perform even more to show to him, like, hey, I'm like no one to look over, like I want you next?
I don't think no extra motivation. I'm just gonna go out there and do my thing. And if he wants to fight after this fight, then we could fight. But I already know at the end of the day, I'm gonna get my hand raised come December 4th. So if you want to make that fight happen, then we can make that fight happen.
What do you make of that fight if you and him were to go head to head?
Fireworks, man, fireworks. I think it'll be a exciting fight for all the fight fans. He's one hell of a fighter. I respect him for doing the dedication and sacrificing and coming in with that right game plan to execute and to come out victorious against Teofimo Lopez. A lot of people are underestimating him, but he kept that self-motivation and he kept that hunger in him to dig deep and win. And I just think that it'll be a really, really solid fight because he's the type of a guy that is going to keep on coming, just like myself. So I think it'll be a firework type of fight.
You mentioned to me yesterday that not to overlook Pitbull Cruise. And a lot of fans on the comment section are like, ask JoJo why not overlook Pitbull Cruise? Well, why not overlook him? Why is he a live dog in the fight on Sunday?
Well, you guys got to look at his tapes, look at some of his highlights, man. That dude's a fucking rock, dude, and he keeps on coming and he throws a bad intentions. Every single punch that he throws, he tries to knock you out, and he throws combinations. And when he throws those combinations, he lands very, very hard blows. So I think it's a very, very dangerous fight. I think Tank should fight smart and not try to think that he's just gonna walk him down, kind of like how Teofimo did. I don't think that would be a good game plan for him. But Tank is a smart fighter. He's not just a brawler in there. I think he's going to go out there and showcase his boxing skills and then eventually break down Isaac Cruz and get him out of there in the later rounds.
I'm thinking because he's a lot smaller that Tank might fall into that and be like, no, I'm just going to run this dude over.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's not that much smaller, dude. He's a fucking big dude moving up in weight, and I mean, I think that he was cutting a lot of weight to get down to that other weight. So now that he's moving to 135, I feel like he's not stressing as much. So that power is still going to be there, and that conditioning is going to be there. So, yeah, like I said, I think Tank Davis and his team are very, very smart, and I think that they know that going into this fight, so they're going to go in with a good game plan.
Last question. This might be a little tricky, though. If you had a choice between Tank or Kambosos, undisputed or make a ton of freaking money, which one would you go with?
Whatever one my advisor says, man. But whatever one accepts the fight.
If it was up to you, JoJo, what would you go?
I want Tank. Yeah, I want Tank because I want to fight here in Las Vegas or at the Staples Center in LA, and then I'll go out to Australia and then fight Kambosos.
JoJo, man, it's always good seeing you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos of your favorite fighters over here on Fight Up TV, and give us a follow online as well at Fight Up TV on Twitter and on Instagram. We appreciate it, guys.